What's up, YouTube? Jarrell King here, aka Relevant, multi-platinum music producer and music business coach, giving unsigned artists all the tools, information, and strategies you need to be able to be successful in the music industry without relying on a record label or a record deal. I just want to dive right in about something that I just saw about Killer Mike being arrested at the Grammys. First and foremost, that doesn't even sound right because Killer Mike is always talking about stuff that's rather positive or empowering or enabling people to have more understanding and knowledge about certain things about the world and life. So it's interesting to see that he got arrested. It's also amazing to see that he won 3 Grammys, specifically at the age of 48. So we're going to talk about why that's important and why that's awesome in a little bit, but let's first just dive in and see what's going on with Killer Mike. Now, if you don't know who Killer Mike is an Atlanta-based rapper who's known for doing a lot of songs with Outkast. He's also been on songs with Jay-Z, and he has his own group called Run the Jewels. So you might want to check him out because he's pretty dope and he's been around for a very long time. But after doing a quick Google search, you can see that right within the last few hours, there's been a bunch of articles that have popped up online talking about how he was arrested at the Grammys. And I also saw the video of him being escorted out in handcuffs. So we're going to take a look at that and see what's going on. So in this first article that I was able to find, it says police arrest Killer Mike at the Grammys moments after he won 3 awards. And then there's video footage captured of the artist being held in handcuffs and being escorted out of the Crypto.com arena, which is formerly known as the Staples Centers, which is where they had the Grammys tonight. It says the 48-year-old rapper has just received the award for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance for Scientists and Engineers, which is an amazing song featuring Andre 3000. His verse on that song is so fire. As well as the award for Best Rap Album for his album Michael, which is his 6th studio album. Now, the reason I want to put some emphasis on it being his 6th album is a lot of musicians have this mindset. They don't even have to be musicians, but people who want to be successful in business, but specifically musicians, often have a mindset of where they think that they have to be successful or at their peak or whatever it is at a certain time frame or at a certain age. And as we continue to see over the years, as hip hop continues to age, which it just turned 50 last year, and 2, as more and more artists continue to become successful and blow up and have some of the best moments of their music career when they're later in age, we're starting to see that there is no ageism in the music industry, specifically in hip hop. There's always this stigma that once you get to a certain age, that you just don't matter no more. Like you have nothing else to say. As a matter of fact, speaking of Andre 3000, who just put out a flute album, he said one of the reasons that he didn't rap on this latest album is because he didn't have anything else to say, being that his age is what it is. And there are a lot of people who are upset about that, me included, because we're seeing time and time again that you have more wisdom, more experience, and more things that you can talk about and teach when you lived more life and have those experiences. And people want to hear those experiences as these artists get older and get more wise. So if you don't have anything to talk about, then it's almost hard to believe that you haven't really even experienced much in life, because there should always be something that you could talk about regardless of your age. We just saw Jelly Roll win an award, and now we're seeing Killer Mike win 3 Grammys. He's never even won a Grammy before, and tonight he won 3 all off one album because he continued to stay persistent, consistent. He believed in himself, and he always has been a talented musician. It also goes to show that it's not always about the talent. Sometimes it really is just proven time and time again, being consistent, showing that you didn't do this by accident, that that you can repeat your successes repeatedly, not just being like a one-hit wonder or you got lucky. No, you can stand the test of time, and that matters, especially in the Recording Academy, the academy which hosts the Grammys, because as a voting member, it's a lot of relationships. People need to know who you are, and people want to see that you're still going for it years in. They don't want to think that you're just here today and gone tomorrow. So I just wanted to bring that up because I don't want you to get caught up in thinking that if you're not 23 and like a megastar or whatever, then it's over for you and you should just give up. No, don't give up. Don't get caught up in this ageism. Again, it's artists showing us now that before, when hip hop was younger, there weren't even any older artists to be able to model after to show that you can be successful and older or later in your career. But now, 50 years into hip hop, we're seeing rappers like Nas, who's always been one of the pioneers of the music industry, become successful and win Grammys. Now we're seeing Jelly Rolls. Now we're seeing Killer Mike and a bunch of other artists, that are way older. There's one lady, she won Best New Artist, and she was like 80 or something like that. So don't get discouraged. Don't think that it's over for you if you haven't reached your goals in life at a certain age. But on the flip side, to go hand in hand with that is when you do reach your goals, don't put yourself in a position where you sabotage everything, and everything that you work for is all gone, all because you want to get into some type of altercation. Looking at this article, it says that he was involved in some type of altercation where he might be charged with misdemeanor battery. It says an independent source reported he was arrested for a misdemeanor, which was unrelated to the actual award show. And that's brought to you by the Hollywood Reporter. And, again, a misdemeanor for battery, like an altercation, how serious could it be? You just won 3 Grammys. You're supposed to be celebrating, not letting negativity, get the best of you. This reminds me when Will Smith won his Academy Award or Oscar for the movie King Richard. And that night was his biggest night, of his career. He had never won an Academy Award before. And the night that he wins one after giving one of his best performances, because that movie was very good, he then took a joke wrong from Chris Rock and walked on stage and slapped the man. Slapped him. Don't make me pull up the clip. Whole arm cocked all the way back, slapped the taste out of his mouth. Some people said staged and fake, but whatever. That really put him in a bad position because I believe he got banned from attending the awards for the next 10 years. And, it also probably hindered him from being able to get work because he lost his temper. And we all know, if you don't, that Will Smith takes work very serious. He's very proud in his work ethic. So you don't want to become successful in life and get to a certain height where you aren't even in a state of mind where you realize that you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your career that you build. You have to protect that reputation that you have. And you don't want to put all this work in to build that brand and to build that reputation and then have it stripped away from you, all because of an altercation or somebody says something that you didn't like or whatever it is. You have to be mindful that being successful makes you a target. It makes you a target for everybody, for anything. People can sue you for whatever they want. They can make comments about you publicly because now you're living in the public eye. They can try to follow you. People have stalkers. And then you can also even just be a lick. People might want to be around you because you're popular. So you got clout chasers, or people want to come to you for money or whatever it is. There's all these different things that happen once you become successful, and it can put a target on your back. So you have to realize that you can't just walk around and move around in life the way that a normal person would who doesn't have that success or that fame or that popularity or that brand or reputation. You have to build it up, and then you have to maintain it. You don't want to build it all the way up and just lose it. And that's what happened again with people like Will Smith or Killer Mike, or even worse, people who've lost their lives all because that they became successful and it never really clicked that they couldn't do certain things that they used to be able to do anymore because their fame puts them in a position where they have to move a certain kind of way. They got to be mindful of who's around them. They can't show their locations. People are being robbed and killed and all kinds of crazy stuff, and they forget that the world is watching, the internet is watching. There's a lot of jealous people out there. So I just wanted to bring that up because, again, Killer Mike had an amazing night tonight, so shout out to him. But if you guys found this video helpful or informative, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel. I post videos like this every week, usually designed to help musicians break into the music industry and have all the tools, strategies, and information they need to be successful without relying on a record label. I've also just started doing these type of videos where I'm taking current events and kind of giving my 2 cents on them and hearing what you guys think about it. So if you guys like me doing these type of videos, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely keep doing more. I'll also be open to suggestions. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about or help you understand a little more, feel free to let me know in the comments. But until the next time, take care and God bless.